Hello. Hope you're all doing well today. So, this week's love letter, I want to talk about trust and vulnerability. I had breakfast over the weekend with a former colleague and dear friend of mine. And in the conversation, we were talking about just how critical trust is in all relationships, but particularly in working relationships and co-worker relationships. And just when there's the absence of trust, how everything just sets you on edge and you're not sure, how you feel about that person and the relationship and even working together. It reminded me of something that Jeremy Clarkson from the Top Gear UK version, I've heard him say, that America is the land of the paranoid. And I think that's really true when there is such an absence of trust in our working relationships with one another. And Patrick Lencioni talks about that in his 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, with the foundation of building a functional team, a healthy team, is trust. And he talks about vulnerability being one of the critical aspects to developing trust and having solid, trusting relationships with your coworkers and people, your peers, your boss, your team members, your employees. And vulnerability, I think Brené Brown, there's a quote from her that talks about that vulnerability is the measure of courage, or the best measure of courage. And that is so true, because when we are vulnerable, we really put ourselves out there, and it gives the opportunity for someone to take advantage of us and to exploit our vulnerability and to misuse that. But even when I've seen that happen with clients of mine and in workplaces, it just is still, it's better to be vulnerable and allow that to have the possibility of being taken advantage of than the opposite. There's trust, and the potential downsides of trust are so much more just important and critical in our working relationships, and is worth that potential vulnerability. So my encouragement and recommendation for you this week is to look for a relationship in your workplace where you need to be more vulnerable, and lean in and spend time with that person and being vulnerable and allowing them to get to know you even when it's scary. So talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.